Hello and a very good evening. My name is Vishal Yadav. I'm from Female Cricket, the platform that promotes women's cricket. And with me today, I have got Shakera Selman from West Indies, the Caribbean. Hi Shakera, how are you?
Hi, Vishal. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm very good, Shakera. How are things back home? The whole COVID situation that the entire world is in.
Not too good here in Barbados. We've had a spike over the holidays as expected. But at least we're staying safe here in a bubble before we head off to South Africa.
Got it, got it. So before I jump to the 2020 World Cup and the entire 2022, which is full of historic events, there's Commonwealth Games approaching. I want to take you back to your early days. Uh, could you tell us more about your childhood days and did you always want to become a cricketer?
um, Actually, I'm not sure I always wanted to become a cricketer. I knew I loved cricket from a very young age. I grew up in a neighborhood with many boys, so I played whatever the boys were playing. I just grew a love for cricket from playing with them and from watching my uncle play. Very often, I would go to games with him and watch him play. He was a batter. Unfortunately, I didn't learn much about batting, but I did grow a love for the sport. I think I actually wanted to be a teacher when I was studying. That has gone through the window now, and I'm enjoying playing cricket.
Okay, okay. But I'm glad that you took up cricket because cricket is something everybody loves, right? Uh, did you used to like your teachers?
Not all of them.
Will not get there. Let's go back to your cricketing days. You made your international debut against Ireland in 2008. Uh, was there any nerves when you were running into bowl your first ball in the international cricket?
Oh, 2008. That's a very long time ago. I don't actually remember how I felt when I was bowling that first ball, but I'm sure I had nerves. Mostly because I still have nerves every game when I'm running out to bowl my very first ball. So I'm sure I had nerves.
Okay, fast forward to now. Shakira, you have played over 87 ODIs and 87 T20s for West Indies women's cricket team. Which has been your, again, it's tough to pick, but if you had to pick just one, it could be a favorite match, could be a favorite memory moment from the entire journey, which one would it be?
Um, it would. It's hard to choose between winning that T20 final, and then my maiden five wicket haul against New Zealand back in 2014. That was very special to me, mostly because I was struggling a bit before that series, and then obviously to do well against a team like New Zealand, just meant so much to me.
Absolutely. And apart from, the West Indies, of course, you have also played in India's Women's T20 Challenge for Supernovas Trailblazers. How was it, playing for different teams other than the West Indies?
Oh, that was a wonderful experience. Being able to rub shoulders with players from all around the world, being able to meet and learn a lot from those players from other countries, especially the Indian. I was fortunate to play under the Indian captain, Harman, and like that was a really great experience for me. I hope that I can play again and this time play with players from other countries, maybe Australia, because as they weren't available. But it
Right.
was a really good experience. I'm really grateful for that opportunity.
Absolutely. And we want to see you back playing women's IPL, a full-fledged women's IPL, so to say. We don't know when is that going to happen, but whenever that happens, we want Shakira Selman to start that first over.
Great, great. Thank you so much. Fingers crossed.
Shakira, starting from January 28, which is hardly a few days away from now, you will be playing against South Africa in a bilateral series. How do you think the this particular series will help you and the entire team towards the World Cup preparation?
Yeah, it would definitely help. Any type of cricket we can play before we head to a World Cup is a bonus for us. And I think the opportunity to play against a team like South Africa, who's obviously higher ranked than we are, is going to be a really good challenge. I think one thing that stands out to most of us who played in that 2016 World Cup, and maybe this is wishful thinking, but before that World Cup, we also played a series against South Africa, which helped us going into that World Cup. Yeah, so we're hoping for the same result.
The stars are aligned. You
Indeed,
never
they
know.
are.
Awesome. But and with the World Cup round the corners, how are you preparing yourself for this marquee tournament? Personally, how are you preparing yourself?
Well, I've worked a lot on my fitness over the last couple of months. I think that's going to be key for me. Obviously, I am 32, so a bit older than most of the players. So what's really important is that I'm fit and I'm able to get through my 10 overs every game if needed. So personally, I've worked really hard on that, but I've done a lot of work behind the scenes with our bowling coach, Corey Connemore, and I've also been working on my batting, but we're not going to say too much about
I'm not going to ask you about that as well. Uh, Given that the West Indies were the runner-ups in the 2013 World Cup and also the winners in the 2016 T20 World Cup, how is the confidence in the camp going ahead into this World Cup, which is happening after 5 long years thanks to Corona?
Yeah, we're always confident when we're going into World Cups, but at the same time, we're realistic and we haven't done really well, especially in 50 over competitions of late. The 2017 World Cup was a torrid time for us, and we're hoping to do a lot better this time. We're hoping to compete in every game, and obviously, we're going to win the World Cup, but we're hoping to compete in every game and put a better showing as we head over to New Zealand.
Yeah, as we talk about the World Cup, which is you know going to be super exciting, but there's also one more tournament happening, which is the Commonwealth Games. Are you looking forward to that Commonwealth Games as well?
Oh, definitely. It's the debut for women at Commonwealth Games. So I'm very excited about being involved in that. I think it will do a lot for players from the Caribbean, especially since we're not playing as West Indies. So what it does is it actually gives a lot of younger girls an opportunity to showcase their talent at the international stage. And I can tell you for certain that many of the girls from Barbados are excited about that.
Amazing, amazing. Shakira, you have been around at the international stage for over 13 years now, and being a fast bowler, your longevity has been commendable. What has kept you going?
Maybe the fact that I am not as fast as other bowlers has kept me. But seriously, I think I've been played with injury a lot in my career. Many times I've missed lots of series because I've been injured. But my passion for the game has kept me going. So every time I've been injured, I found a reason to come back, to fight hard and come back every time to stay in the team. And you're right, 13 years is a very long time. Like I said, I think I'm probably at my fittest right now. And hopefully that can take me for a few more years.
Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. That's what we want. That's what the West Indies cricket fans are hoping for. Former West Indies legend, the Courtney Walsh has been with the team for over 15 months now. What has been some of your key learnings under his leadership?
Yeah, it's been an honor to work with Courtney Walsh. I think it's a privilege to be able to work alongside the legend and to be able to learn from him. He's brought a lot of his experience to us. I think we've actually done pretty well in the last couple of months as well. What he's also done though is he's brought on a really good team with him. So many of the girls have learned a lot from the bowling coach Corey Connemore, who himself has a lot of experience at the international level, and Robert Samuels. And there are a few others that we've worked with in the Caribbean, and mostly thanks to Courtney Walsh. But we, like I said, we've been able to learn from him, and he's been able to share his experiences. And I think it helps a lot that he's gone through many of the things we are going through now. So we're really happy to be working alongside him.
Great, great. I also remember reading that there were few young names who were picked up in the medical and the fitness camp which was organized. What are your thoughts on the young talents coming up the ranks, and can we see them in the upcoming World Cup as well?
Yeah, I'm very excited about some of the young talent that we have here in the Caribbean. Over the last year and a half, we've been able to discover a few girls, somehow, even though we haven't had a regional tournament. I guess that speaks well to what some of the coaches in the islands are doing. There are a few names who I hope can get a chance. I'm really excited about a few fast bowlers coming through, maybe coming from my spot. But I'm really happy about where they are. There's young Janelia Glasgow. She has a bit of pace. There's Cherian Fraser, another one with pace, but she got again against South Africa and she did pretty well. And then we have a few spinners coming through who've done really well, and a few with the bat, and they're all under 25. So it's really good for the development of our cricket.
Awesome. On that note, I want to wish you, Shakira, and the entire West Indies women's cricket team all the very best, not just for the World Cup, but also for the Commonwealth Games and also, of course, the South Africa tour as well. You have been a great sport, and I hope you continue bowling. I hope you continue playing for West Indies and donning that maroon for for as long as you want.
Thanks very much, Michelle.